Well, after a night of fun, it's come time for our main event. Chris Desmond, former Monster Factory champion, reppin' Pride Month.
No better an ally to have than Chris Desmond.
He's trustworthy, he's loyal, and he is looking to become your new two-time Monster Factory champion.
Warms my heart to see a great guy like Chris Desmond showing support for Pride Month. There stands Luke DiSangro, a man who's done what he's had to do to get to the top, and he has no regrets for it. The story going into this, Desmond saying that Twitch took the low road, Twitch saying that Desmond was no exception, originally winning that championship by cashing in on Nick Batiste after he won the Turkey Slam Rumble. Both of these men, absolutely some of the most resilient we have here at the Monster Factory. Going to be an exciting affair to see them clash one-on-one. It's like Luke DiSangro said, sometimes you gotta play by their rules if you want to win their game.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest scheduled for one fall. It is for the Monster Factory Championship with a 1 hour time limit. Introducing the challenger, fighting out of Summerdale, New Jersey, weighing 175 pounds. He is a two-time Monster Factory middleweight medallion holder. He is a two-time tag team champion and a former Monster Factory champion and a 2024 Turkey Slam Rumble winner. He is the Heat Seeker, Chris Desmond.
One hell of a resume for Chris Desmond. Looking to make that a two-time Monster Factory
His
champion
opponent,
tonight.
fighting out of Levittown, Pennsylvania, weighing 200 pounds. He is a former Monster Factory Tag Team Champion and a former two-time Monster Factory Supersonic Champion. And he is the reigning, defending, undisputed Monster Factory Champion, Luke DiSangro.
DiSangro raising high that belt that he has worked so hard his entire career for.
Luke DiSangro training for 10 years, a full decade of working to finally become Monster Factory champion.
Referee Ben Barnett in charge of the action here tonight.
Smells like future champ.
Some mixed reactions here for Luke DiSangro. As we are off, bell sounded, and you could cut the tension with a knife between these two.
Let's go into the tail of the tape here. Both of these men have been training for a long time. They've only ever wrestled each other one time. Luke won the match. It was over 3 years ago, though, and then obviously much has changed for both individuals since then. And additionally, they both pinned the same man to win the championship, Nick Batiste. So,
a fact I'm sure that Nick Batiste doesn't like being brought up, as Luke DiSangro taking over in the early going with a wrist lock arm wringer on Desmond, who reverses into one of his own. Desmond targeting the good arm, the good shoulder of Twitch, as Twitch has that brace on the other. Twitch now going for the leg.
In a previous era, Desmond absolutely would have been targeting that other shoulder, but definitely is a new man turned over a new leaf.
Giving Twitch the applause, getting the claps going here in the Monster Factory. Desmond continuing to work over the arm of DiSangro. He counters, flip after flip.
Of course, Luke DiSangro very well versed in the art of chain wrestling.
He chained his way out of that all right as Desmond shoots him off into the rope. Shoulder tackle as Desmond takes out the knee, laying the kicks into the chest and the back. And a stomp right on the lumbar of Luke DiSangro.
And here's the high-octane offense of Chris Desmond that made him so popular. He went toe-to-toe with Steve Macklin at Turkey Slam. That is the match that got the crowd on his side fully.
He may have went with Steve Macklin, but you can't forget that Twitch had an impressive showing at Monster Factory Enter the Arena at the iconic 2300 Arena in Philadelphia.
Against Crowbar. These men showing off what they're capable of. The technical side, the athletic side, Chris Desmond's striking side.
Luke DiSangro dodged every one of those strike attempts, shutting down Desmond as he went into the corner.
Tiger rolls over the basement dropkick attempt. Desmond looking for that heat seeker early. Lucas looking for that sensory overload.
These two have each other scouted. They've done their homework. As we are once again in a standoff.
As the heat turns up in this building.
As if it could get any hotter.
Both men have to be exhausted very soon. The heat just takes an extra toll on the human body. But this is where the championship caliber comes in. How do you fight through something like that?
In a literal shoving match. Clothesline misses by DiSangro. Crossbody springboard.
And Chris not letting up. Lucas has to get out of dodge.
Definitely sending DiSangro on the retreat. And he scouted that tope suicida that Desmond was going for. DiSangro intercepted him. Clothesline went for the pin, but only got a 1 count.
He was looking for the high-octane offense that makes him so lovable with the crowd, and Luke put a stop to it.
DiSangro with the headlock now. Headlock takeover, keeping control of this matchup. Referee Ben Barnett checking the shoulders, making sure they're not down.
I have a feeling Luke DiSangro could probably chain wrestle in his sleep at this point. I'm not even exaggerating. I genuinely believe that.
Both of these men have in common is they can go from that high-flying, high-octane offense to a grounded wrestling clinic effortlessly.
Now a gnarly kick to the ribs. That's just got to hurt him badly. I'll take the air out of any average-sized adult. Puts the up and over. Schoolboy out of the corner.
1 second away from a new champ as DiSangro shuts him down with a boot.
Not quite. Chris Desmond has been through a lot of significant battles in the past. Lily's had a bit of a rough streak with losing the title to Travis and the fatal four-way loss. Now he could get his chance to really make it up. Beat Twitch DiSangro. Starts fighting out. Luke cutting him back down.
And now DiSangro laying in kicks of his own right across the chest of Chris Desmond.
Well, the crowd's had Twitch as a champ for less than a month. They're already sick of him. And Desmond, I don't know how wise it was to put that foot back down. It gave Twitch an opening to get back into it.
Into the corner. Desmond counters with an elbow. DiSangro not giving up. Desmond up and over. Clothesline sends the champion down.
Exploding off the ropes with those lines. Desmond threads a line, kick to the gut. There's two. Oh,
a nice sweep.
Stopping the barrage of strikes in its tracks.
I think DiSangro's trying to beat Desmond at his own game.
Kamigoye knee strike sends Desmond reeling to the outside.
Almost sent Desmond tumbling all the way to Japan as Luke DiSangro sizing him up, hitting the ropes. Oh, he was thinking tope suicida, and Desmond intercepts him with an enziguri. Leaves him hanging in the ropes. Drive-by drop kick.
Off of the stairs. What elevation he got off of that.
And now it's DiSangro on the outside. Desmond getting his bearings on the ring apron, but you cannot give the champion too much time to recover.
No, you cannot. He's got to get him back in the ring. Get his shoulders on the mat. Wait a
Send
second.
him into the garbage. That trash can is now ruined forever. As Chris Desmond just sent the champion barreling into it.
After the match he's been having, I don't blame him. Chris has got to do what he's got to do to win that title.
Back first on the aluminum.
And
Went
now
for the cover and only got a 2 count.
the roles have switched. Now it's Chris Desmond who is in the driver's seat in this match. The crowd's still behind him. Just dissecting the back now.
Desmond laying in the stomps.
Crowd calling for roadkill. Could we see Desmond going for that move sequence?
Suplex. Puts him down. I think you ask and you may receive.
We have manifested it into an existence. Here come the 9 stomps. Followed by the leg drop.
Desmond looking to make roadkill of DiSangro's title reign as he goes into the cover and gets a 2 count only.
Luke has got to reevaluate his game plan. Desmond has to put him away quick, though. Can't let him get up too quickly there, Chris. He hooks him.
And now DiSangro with a small package. Almost pulled off the win. Desmond shuts him down with a boot.
Running big boot. Now driving the knee in the back. DiSangro kicking out.
A good contingent of the crowd that wants Desmond to be the new champ again. Sure, Desmond would love nothing more as he was not one pinned for this title.
I don't blame him. Desmond had a great story to win the title. Breaking out of World Round, winning the Turkey Slam Rumble. Double underhooks. Beautiful move there.
Into the cover. Desmond only gets 2 with that hook of the leg and the lateral press.
And now, Luke DiSangro on his knees. He's in the prime position for a devastating move from Chris right now.
We've seen that look on DiSangro's face before. You're getting under his skin. You're getting him fired up as he's coming back with the strikes, the elbows. Desmond with some to his own to the back. And look at how DiSangro just bowled over Chris Desmond.
What a gnarly line that was. Desmond's going to be feeling that one for a while.
Rope. Elbow into the corner. Suplex by DiSangro. He's got Desmond in his crosshairs.
Now, Could he be thinking sensory overload here?
I think you called it, Devlin. Well, no, he's thinking insecurity that missed. Uppercut by Desmond. Desmond fighting back with the kicks of his own.
Oh, going for a suplex.
Oh, and a rolling wheel kick by DiSangro, and that puts both men down.
You don't see that move a lot out of anyone anymore, but it was enough and it was effective.
Referee administering the 10 count, and one of these men has to get up before he hits 10, or this match is thrown out as a no contest. Both men back to their knees. I think we're looking for a strike off as they exchange slaps, elbows, fists. Back and forth and back and forth.
Switch with the headbutts. Chris with the rights. Twitch with the Euro. And another one. And a third one on the ropes.
Desmond had it scouted and met Twitch with an elbow. And now Twitch returning the favor.
What a collision that was.
Both of these men know each other so well. And now DiSangro with a discus elbow. Looking backdrop, no. Desmond reverses into a headlock.
Back suplex does put you in a vulnerable position. Oh, flips him over.
Blue Thunder by DiSangro. That was almost 3.
Caught on our camera, definitely a kick out, but about as close as you can get. And now, Luke DiSangro reevaluating his game plan, reaching into the arsenal. Could be looking.
No, it's making a mouthful of shame, and Desmond had it scouted. Leaping leg lariat off the middle rope. Almost got DiSangro.
DiSangro escaped at the last possible second. What more does Desmond have to do? Desmond teeing up for something big.
No! Single leg drop kick. Caught Desmond out of the springboard into the cover. Almost 3.
Beautiful collision nearly ends the match, but Desmond's still alive.
What a contest. The Monster Factory Championship is on the line. With a desperation on display, both of these men pulling out all the stops. You can tell how much this title means to both of them. And an insecurity by Desmond, who's heading to the top rope now.
Going to the high rent district. A Twitch takes the footing out from under him.
DiSangro managing to crotch the challenger on the top rope.
Be looking for a draping, nervous breakdown, perhaps? Nope.
Well, no. Oh, Desmond countered, had a little bit of a sleeper. Backdrop attempt.
Looking for that blue thunder bomb that he does.
And now nervous breakdown by Desmond.
That's the move that won Twitch the title in the first place.
Desmond gonna beat Twitch with his own move, and now in the drop zone up top.
Spiral tap, nobody home.
Oh no. Sensory overload nails Desmond. He went big and it didn't pay off, and DiSangro is gonna take this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 15 minutes, 52 seconds. The winner of this bout, and still Monster Factory Champion, Luke DiSangro.
tonight it is Luke DiSangro who stands victorious, casting off the doubt. He pinned Dick Petit for that title, but now, in the rematch, he has pinned the former champion, Luke DiSangro. Make no mistake about it, you are the Monster Factory champion.
Congratulations, Twitch. A winner is you. Showing the world what he's about.
Did he ever, ladies and gentlemen? This has been one heck of a night, one heck of a scorcher here in South New Jersey. That's gonna do it for us. Do not forget to join us here in Paulsboro on July 19th for Bell to Bell presenting Liberty Bells, on June 29th for Enter the Fight from Fight Pro, and on June 28th for Kaiju Big Battle of the Gargantui. This is where our hottest action in pro wrestling is, ladies and gentlemen. For Devlin Ridley, I am Skylar Ashwood. We are the world famous Monster Factory. Thank you and good night.